In this video, I hope to accomplish two things. One, I'm going to show you what's in the box, both in my parts bin and in the actual toolbox. This is the Milwaukee Packout. You can buy this at various locations. Secondly, we are going to water test the Packout. We're going to spray this extensively and then check it to see if in fact it is waterproof. The wind is blowing like crazy, and so I apologize in advance for the audio. Before we continue, be sure to like and subscribe. Be sure to hit the bell tab and leave a comment. All of that helps the channel, and I'm trying my best to get to 8,000 subscribers as ASAP as possible. Once again, this is the Milwaukee Packout. You can buy this at various locations. I bought this at Rural King. If you're not familiar with Rural King is an ag store, very much like Big Lots on steroids. And by that I mean not only is it much larger, but that things are kind of all over the place. Prices aren't necessarily listed on the product. And so by the time I got this up to the register, I really wasn't sure how much it was going to cost. For both the toolbox and then also the small parts bin, I think I paid altogether around $115, which was more than I wanted to pay. But by the time I got it up there, they had me, so I paid that much. Anyways, that's what you can expect. These are not cheap, but they came highly recommended. I recently made a post on Facebook asking for recommendations for a waterproof toolkit. Now I have a box underneath here where this will stay most of the time, but at any given time and from day to day, this will just stay right here. It doesn't go anywhere, and I like it right here. I like things to be extremely accessible. Almost everyone said get the Milwaukee Packout, so that's what I did. Regardless of the price, that's what I went with. So we're going to jump into it, and I'm going to show you what I have on the daily for my pressure washing toolbox. We'll start with the small parts bin. I keep a plethora of items for every single malfunction that I can possibly think of without getting deep into the motor of any of my machines. By now, we are all familiar with the rule of thumb that 3 is 2, 2 is 1, and 1 is 0. So I make sure to have a multiplicity of every single item that I can possibly think of. Again, if it requires heavy maintenance, something that I would have to come home for to repair, a major equipment failure of some sort, then that remains here at the home in the shop. And so everything you see here is for anything that I need in the field, on the job, in the driveway. I can find it here. So redundancy is the key to a successful pressure washing day. I want to get through my day and through every job seamlessly as possible. So I pack everything I can possibly think of to make that a possibility. Again, a gauge. If you watched one of my recent videos, you see where I had to replace a gauge. I have all types of quick connects, and as a pro tip, any quick connect that has a male end, a threaded end, I go ahead and wrap that with Teflon tape, and I keep Teflon tape here on the rig with me as well. So I have everything from 3/8 all the way down to 1/4 inch, and this is perhaps if I need a quick connect for my J-rod, then there you have it. I should also say before I get too far into this that I also have a backup gun and a few other items in here that I keep on hand. Again, just redundancy. I have check valves for my 12 volt if I have a leak or a problem there. And then here in this middle section, I have downstream injector parts. I also have another pill bottle that has just O-rings. I have 3/8 O-rings, 1/4 inch O-rings, and then I have a few O-rings or gaskets for the end of my fill hose. I have a blade. In fact, I have a few blades. Again, redundancy is the key. I have 2 additional swivels for the end of my gun, electrical tape, 1/4 inch barb for who knows what, and a few of these hose clamps of various sizes. I have dental pick. This is perfect for getting out O-rings from the end of the quick connects. Also, in the event that my ball and spring get stuck within the barb of my injector, you can poke that in there and it'll loosen that up. That pretty much does it for the parts bin. Let's look inside the actual toolbox. Again, I have a multiplicity of items that I find to be convenient and accessible. I have a few different size pliers. These are kind of rusty, but they're my old ones. I also have some vice grips. I have two, a 10-inch and a 12-inch crescent wrench. This is to remove the check valves on my 8 GPM machine and 10 GPM machine for the purpose of winterizing. I have a tape measure, some more vice grips. I have a screwdriver. In fact, I have 2 or 3 screwdrivers here of different sizes and varieties. And then here I have, inside this little plastic container, I have some open-end wrenches, some more dental picks. I have a socket wrench and a variety of sockets. Now let me say very quickly, I only keep what I need. So there are no sockets that are just random. The sockets that are in here fit something on the rig. I don't need to be fumbling around looking for sizes of things that don't even apply to my pressure washing rig. So when it pertains to my tools and the parts bin, again, I only have in my toolbox what I need. I'm very much a minimalist. So if it is not necessary, I don't have it. Let's see what else we have here. So I have in this little bin here, I have my 1.8, 2.1, and 2.3 downstream injector orifices. Keep those in there. Let's see. Here I have some more Teflon tape, more Teflon tape, another check valve. I have 2 or 3 downstream injectors as backups. Here's another downstream injector and another downstream injector. I have 1, 2 D-in-10 valves. These are brand new. There's a third D-in-10 valve, again brand new. And then here in this box I have a whole bunch of surface cleaning tips just as backups. I have several sets that I use in my surface cleaners. So I think that's it for the actual toolbox and the parts bin. So at this point, I want to test the box to see if in fact it is waterproof. So I'm going to hose it down really, really good, and we'll open it up and see if there's any water. So I'd like to think that that resembled somewhat of a monsoon. So let's see if in fact the Milwaukee Packout is waterproof. We'll start with the small parts bin section. It does appear that it is completely 100% dry. So I'm happy with that. And now the toolbox. Yep, 100% dry. Zero problems whatsoever with moisture. So that's good. So yeah, it actually works. You saw it here first, folks. So someone was asking for a video kind of detailing my toolbox and what I keep on the rig. And so there you have it. Again, the Milwaukee Packout passed the tests, and I will now put it from here into there, and we're ready to winterize my rig for the season. I'm completely done. and it's been a great year. I will show a detail of that in an upcoming video. I'm going to video my winterizing and storing of my pressure washing rig. All right, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did and you found it helpful, be sure to like and subscribe. Again, hit the bell tab and leave a comment. I'm trying to get to 8,000 subscribers, and I'd really appreciate it. All right, Mike, the Fresh Rinse, and I'm out.